Hello everyone, my name is Roya, and today I'm going to tell you about the books that I'm planning to read in the month of September. So first of all, the reading quest is still going, and somehow I'm almost done with the Bard challenges, which is the second character class that I've gotten to, so I'm like halfway through the entire reading quest, so that's kind of insane. Then I do also have this thing that I'm going to tell you about called Series September that Elizabeth from the Owlery Books is hosting, and I do plan on reading some stuff for that as well, and then we're going to pick something from the TBR Jar. So I'm still currently reading a couple of the things for the Bard challenges for the reading quest. If you want to see the TBR that I actually had for that, I will leave it linked down below, and if you want to see what a wrap up of just kind of what I read for each challenge at some point, just let me know and I will make that video at the end. For the challenge of reading a fairy tale retelling, I'm reading Blood Red by Mercedes Lackey, and I'm about halfway through this. It's not a very long book, so I will probably wind up finishing it tomorrow. I'm also currently reading Timeless, Diego and the Rangers of the Vast Atlantic, and this is for the challenge, one of the side challenges for the reading quest of reading a book with over 500 pages. And I'm also currently listening to the audiobook of The Three-Body Problem by Cixin Liu, translated by Ken Liu, for the challenge of a translated book. So then I'm going to move on to the Rogue challenges, so I'm going to tell you what those are and what I plan to read for those. For a book with under 500 readings on Goodreads, I'm going to read First and Last Sorcerer by Barb and J.C. Hendy. For a book published by a small press, I'm going to read Why God is a Woman by Neen Andrews. For a book with a partially obscured face on the cover, I'm going to read Swordspoint, and even though I do have way better books that do have way better book covers that do have actual partially obscured faces on them, I'm just gonna count this because she has a Veiley thing on that's partially obscuring her face. I just really want to read this book, and also since the Because Dragons readathon is going to be going on next week as well, I really wanted to read this for that, so there you go. And finally, a book with a one-word title, I'm going to read Breedelantris by Brandon Sanderson, and I'm actually buddy reading this with my friend Kelsey from Kelsey Lee Reads, because she has not read this either. Then, the reading quest will most likely be over by the time I get to the mage challenges, but I still plan to, read those anyway. Just continue on with the reading quest until I, am done with all of them. So for a book based on mythology, I'm going to read Rheingold by Stefan Grundy. And for a book with magic and a book taking place in another world, I'm going to read Sailing to Sarantium and Lord of Emperors by Guy Gavriel Kay. Then, there's this thing called Series September, which I just mentioned, that is hosted by the Owlery Books. I will leave a link to her announcement video down below, and basically it's exactly what it sounds like. You read series during September. So I am already reading a couple of series books already. So First and Last Sorcerer is the second to last book in the Noble Dead saga, and this was one of the books that I planned to get to in my series to read in 2017 video. This is the last book in this series that I'm going to read because I only have one more to go after this, and I'm not going to read it because of reasons that I will leave a link to the video that I talked about that in below. Then also I wanted to get to this duology this summer, and I didn't, so yeah. I'm sure that by the end of the month I'm going to have time for another series or two, probably. And so that will most likely either be this bind-up of the Dragon Nimbus trilogy or the 3 books in the Second Sons trilogy by Jennifer Fallon. Now we're going to pick something out of the TBR jar, and I have a lot of books already this month, and also one of the reasons why I'm planning out my TBR so much is because One Darkthrone, which is my most anticipated release of the year, comes out on September 19th, and I will probably wind up getting it on Book Depository, which means I won't be reading it until a week later, because that's how long it takes to get a book from Book Depository delivered to you. So, but that's still faster than the library is gonna get it, so whatever, I'm not complaining. So, anyway, I'm just gonna hope that whatever I pick out of the challenge, the challenge jar, fits with the books that I have here to read. So we'll just shake this up, even though that's totally useless because there are 3 things left in here. So this says a book about music. I completely forgot that this challenge was even in here. Another highly anticipated book release of mine is coming out on September 25th. I think it is. It's called The Love Song of Sawyer Bell. and it's about a violin player who joins a rock band, and it sounds really awesome, and I really want to read that. Also, if any of you guys have any recommendations for books about music, you should totally leave them down in the comments because I would love to hear what they are. These plus the whichever series I wind up getting to afterwards, and One Darkthrone, of course, are the books that I plan to read during the month of September. This is quite a big TBR pile compared to what my other TBR videos are like. But anyway, yeah, if you've read any of these books, let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!